everyone. My name is Manya and today we have with us Bhavya and he has been selected for the job role of development engineer at the company Standard Chartered and he will be sharing his whole on-campus placement process experience with us. Hello Bhavya, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm also doing good. So first of all, can you introduce yourself?
Yes. So, hi everyone. My name is Bhavay Arora. I am from VIT Vellore. I live in Delhi and I'm currently pursuing my BTech in Information Technology and I'm in my final year.
Also, what is your current CGPA?
Yeah, my current CGPA is 8.64.
Okay, that's great. Now, first of all, I will be telling about the eligibility criteria and then we will move forward with our discussion. So, the first eligibility criteria is of branch. That means only people from certain branches were able to apply for this company. So, the branches are listed in the slide. Another eligibility criteria was of CGPA. That means only people who had CGPA above 7 were able to apply for this company. Now, let's move forward and see the flowchart. So, this is the flowchart and every step of the placement process is mentioned in this slide. Now, we will be moving forward and see every step of the process in detail. So, first, game assessment. So, Bhavya, can you tell us about the game assessment and the duration of it as well?
Yes, so initially there were like 2,300 candidates that got selected in game assessment and that got the link for the same.
Okay.
So in game assessment, it was around 125 minutes,
Hmm.
and we have been given with the six types of game,
Hmm.
and we have to complete all of them and each stage like to have a maximum attempt we can give.
Hmm.
And in that, it just checks our decision ability, decision making skills, and logical and behavioral ability.
Hmm. Okay. So, you attempted all the questions or you left some of them?
Yeah, I attempted all the games. It just we have to play the game, so it was like very
Right.
easy and interesting.
Right. That's great. Now, let's move forward and see another round. That means after, so can you tell us first of all how many people were eliminated after this round?
Yeah, so from 2,300 who got the link, there were 60 like 630 students who further moved to round two coding round.
Okay. So round two, that was coding round. That is the screening test. So can you tell us about the screening test and what was the duration of it and what were the type of questions in that?
Yeah, so in the coding round, it was held on the platform HackerRank, and duration was 90 minutes. So we have been given with the two questions. First was pretty easy, based on stack implementation. So it was from lead code concept. So yeah, I did it in like 10 to 15 minutes, and then the second question was a tough one. It was hard because it was based on machine learning, and we have been given with a data set in that where different attributes were there in the Excel sheet. So in that we have to just find out implement algorithm, and we have to find and we have to just pass the test cases that was mentioned in second question, machine learning question.
All right. So how many questions did you attempt? That means how many test cases did you pass in both of the questions?
Yeah, in the first one, I all the test cases were passed, and in the second machine learning one, only one test case was passed out of 10.
All right. Now let's move forward to our next round, that is interview. So after screening test, how many people were eliminated?
Yeah, so after screen test, there were only 25 candidates left for the interview rounds.
All right. Now let's move forward and see about the interview. So can you share your experience about the interview round one with us?
Yes, so it was held on Blue Jeans platform, and the 25 candidates have been allotted with the different slots, like 10:30 a.m. or 11. Mine was 10:30 a.m. So interview was like when I went to like, well, when I went for interview, he was very chill, and he asked me about my introduction, and then he asked me about some projects as I explained to them, and then he asked one direct question from for checking my coding like problem solving ability.
Okay.
So the question was, he gave me a drop down list of states. In that there were like all the states of India mentioned in the drop down list. And first part, he asked me, how do you find the size of basically how do you find the number of states given in the drop down. So it was pretty simple. As the answer, we should return the size of an array or the drop down linked list. So the second part was, he said, how do you check the states have pure alphabet or alphanumeric. So then I thought like 5 to 10 minutes, and then I said we have to implement two counters in which first counter will check if it's all pure, like first counter will be for numeric and the second will be for only pure alphabets. So yeah, then he was pretty satisfied, but then he asked me for other approach. Then I thought, like I brainstormed and I didn't find any other approach, so I just tell him that I have only this solution. So then he was like okay, and he just winded up with the interview.
All right. Now, what was the total duration of interview round one?
It was around half an hour, 30 minutes.
Okay. So, were there questions related to resume as well, like projects and all?
Yeah, he asked me about resume and the projects I have mentioned, and then he just directly went to that coding, problem solving question.
Okay, okay, that's great. So, after round one interview, how many people were selected for the interview round two?
Yeah, 14 candidates were selected for the second round interview.
Okay, that's great. Now, let's discuss about interview round two. So, can you tell us the experience of that with us?
Yes, so the interviewer was very like strict, and he didn't ask me about my introduction or any resume projects. He just directly started to ask me about core Java concept, basically Java reflection, Lambda expression in the Java, and he asked me one puzzle as well. So in that puzzle, it was a GFG puzzle where we have been given with the matchsticks. They were like two ropes, and we have to find out how much time is left. So it was like we can find it on GFG.
Hmm.
And then he asked me about if I got conflict. Like I have done many projects in team, so he asked on base of that, because if like how do you overcome the conflict, if how do you resolve the conflict if it occurs in the team. So
Okay.
then I just said like we will first note down all the points and all the opinions matter. So I just convinced him, and then he was like a bit okay, satisfied, and then he just winded up my interview.
All right. So, after interview round two, how many people were selected for third interview round? That was HR.
There were no elimination as such, and all the 14 candidates were went forward to HR interview.
All right, that's great that it wasn't an elimination round. Now let's move forward and see HR round in detail. So can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so HR round was basically like its duration was 1 hour, and HR was chill, but he asked a lot question. Like first he asked my introduction, and then he asked like will you be comfortable in relocating to Chennai, because there were two locations, Bangalore and Chennai. So
Okay.
then I convinced him, yes, it's my starting of the career, so I'm ready to relocate. And then he asked me about why do you want to join Standard Chartered. So I explained him like what the bank do, and then how it will help me to grow, because I have like interest towards financial statements and trading. So it helped me a lot, and then I convinced him like I do trading and I have some basic skill and interest in that. That's why I want to join. And then he asked me a trick question, basically in that, as the Standard Chartered has come for a dream tag, so we can sit for super dream, right? So he asked me, if you get the super dream company with a better package, then will you leave this company or not. So
Right.
then he just wanted to know my determination and my like stability towards the company. So then I said, no sir, I won't leave, because package doesn't matter. My interest and like job description skills and what the role is for, it matters that. And then it is a very renowned and famous bank. So all my family members and friends will be very happy. So I will be on this only, and I will join this, even after I get the better package.
Okay, so you had to
So he
convince
was,
him.
yeah, exactly. So he was like, I guess, totally convinced. And then at the end, I just asked about my feedback. So he said, yeah, you will get to see happy good results. And then yeah, then I got the hint from there that yeah, I most probably got selected in this bank.
Yeah, that's great. Now let's move forward to our next section, that is tips, and it is one of the most important sections in this video. So can you tell us what people should keep in mind who will be appearing for the placement process of Standard Chartered?
Yeah, so tips is basically first, whatever company you are applying for, just check for the job description role. In that, if the skill is matching, like if the skill matches to yours, and if you have an interest, then automatically it will be very good, all the interview and all, because interview are very chill. So they also need they also are very friendly, and they also know we are a fresher, so they help you and then they motivate you even in the interview, and they are looking forward to help you if even if you are panicking or you forget, you can't remember the answer or solution.
Right.
So just go through the JD, and if the and you have a specific skills, then you will obviously crack it. And yeah, so and yeah, most probably communication skills should be like a very important. So first, like practice, because was not my first interview, so I kind of had experience in the first interview, and then I learned from my mistakes. So just focus on communicating skills. Even if you know the answer and you cannot dictate or you cannot share your opinion, then it's not it's not the point. So they will always see, obviously see, whole personal development is important. So yeah, those are the tips from my side.
Uh, all right. So with this, we come to the end of our session today, and thank you very much, Bhavya, for joining today and sharing your insightful experience with us.
Thank you, Manya, for having me.
Thank you.